Okay, so maybe we have some more things figured out for the second video, except we're trying to figure things out for, because we know most of the people, most of the 70% of the people in the world, they actually can't think for themselves. It's not because they can't think for themselves. It's not their fault. They can't. It's because they don't have time. Because they don't have time to think for themselves, right? You can't think for yourself because you don't have time. You don't have time to think. You don't have time to think about anything. Although 30%, I think they can think for themselves, right? They can, because they do have so much time of the day to actually think about absolutely anything. Right, we try to enforce this. We say, right, because you're like 1/3, you're 8 hours. You're thinking, you're only thinking about work. You're only thinking about work, right? For the 8 hours, you're thinking about work. We're thinking about whatever we can, because we can think, because we do have time. We have 8 more hours. 8 more hours. Amazing. So much time to think for yourself. And then you do need leadership. You do need someone to tell you what to do. You do need someone to tell you what to do, right? As long as you have leadership, you won't have to think about anything. The leaders will think about absolutely everything for you. So you can just worry about going to work every day and going to sleep and then waking up and then doing the same thing over and over forever. These people, I don't think they need leadership, do they? No, they pretty much avoid the leadership because they know leadership is just one man. Leadership is just one man, and then you are also one man. So I don't think really, right? He's just one man. Leadership, he's just one man. So it's just a one man's opinion, that we don't really think matters, right? Because who needs opinions, right? You don't have time to think about opinions. You can't. So what else is there? There's maybe so many more things. Because if only you had time to think about everything. Because even if you did, oh, maybe we could say you tried to save your money, right? You're going to work all the time because you needed to save money. So if you were saving and saving, but then everything comes in the way of saving, right? Because all the leaders, you have to be a part of society, so you have to spend your money. If you're not spending your money, you're not a part of society. Definitely not. So you have to deal with Valentine's. You have to deal with Christmas. You have to deal with Halloween. You have to deal with St. Patrick's Day. You have to deal with birthdays. You have to deal with I don't even know. Oh, so many different things happen. Oh, New Year's Day. New Year's Day. So many things to distract you. So those are like holidays, right? Those are holidays that you get time to maybe you don't even work on the holidays. Maybe you don't work during Christmas. Maybe you don't work during the New Year's or something. So that gives you actually, maybe if you get like a week off or something, you get 1 week to think about yourself. So then you can celebrate by going out and drinking or doing something or spending all your money to celebrating. So you can just spend all of it. And then basically you're gonna have to you have to buy people gifts. You have to buy them gifts. You have to buy people gifts. If you don't buy people gifts, then you're just a Scrooge. You're just a Grinch. If you're not, if you don't buy people gifts, if you don't be a part of society, and if you don't go feed the monster all of your money during Christmas time, then what's gonna happen? You're not even gonna be society. So now we could say these people, they'd be like, wow, they want us to go they want us to do all these things that the leaders tell us to. One man says that we should celebrate every year, celebrate like every single month, basically. Basically, every single month, there's probably something that happens. We're like, wow, we're way too busy. We're way too busy. Way too busy to be a part of that. We don't have time for that. Even though you say we have all of the time in the world, we don't have time for that. We actually have a lot of their time to do better things, right? There's way better things than being a part of society. maybe there's better things to do than being a part of society. Maybe, so what else could we do? So where are we going from here? So we already found out that, yeah, we found out that we have all of the time in the world, but we don't have any time in the world. Oh, okay. Maybe we could do what about the people that try to break away from society? The people that want to try to break away, they sometimes try to break away, but I don't think they're ever successful because they always just get trapped again. Because they always maybe they have 5 hours a day to do something, to research, to try to get away from society. Maybe, well, it'd be impossible with the television going on all the time, but then they always get stuck in if they do go to YouTube, I imagine they're just watching all those stupid things on YouTube that nobody needs to watch. So we're trying to watch those videos for like these annoying things, and then it's just people sitting there laughing, doing stupid things about absolutely nothing that we don't even understand how to comprehend. We can't understand those. So maybe you try to change yourself. Maybe you're going to watch people on YouTube and you're going to be like, those people are successful. Those people don't have to work a day in their lives. They're always successful on YouTube. So you want to be just like those people. So then you watch their videos and then you do exactly what they say and you try to follow what they say. Although those people, if you follow what they say, you're already falling into the wrong trap, right? Because those people that are telling you to do, they tell you one thing. Right? They will say you should be signing up under them and working for them, and you should be doing what they say. That's the sure way to success. If you follow the one thing that he says, he's going to do another thing. That is the silliest part. That is absolutely the silliest part. All these people on the YouTube that show you how to make all the monies, they tell you to do the one thing while they are doing another thing. Always the catch. It's always the catch in the thing, right? They will say you should be doing this, and then if you buy all of these or something, or if you save up or something, and if you want to open up your own something in the future and get out of what you're stuck in, then you'll probably just always be stuck in that situation anyways, because by the time you do figure that out, or if you do what he says, if you do what he tells you, you're basically no better than you were before anyways. So I think we're pretty much ready to always tell sometimes. So what do? He tells you to do one thing, and then he does another thing, and then you follow the thing that he tells you to do, and then he continues being successful, and then you fail. Oh, okay, yeah, because then you would fail because you did what he said, because you are a part of society, and you don't have time to think for yourself, so you need leadership. So you went to YouTube for leadership because your leadership was failing you or something. So then you got leadership from him, and then you had to listen to him, and then you didn't think for yourself because you didn't have 8 hours a day to think, but he actually did have all of that time. So while you found out that you failed, you just decided to go back to your 9 to 5 job, and then you just decided to spend your 5 hours taking a break, and you're like, we're just gonna go watch funny, stupid videos or do something that doesn't really seem to progress your life too much or something. So I don't know, it seems to lose brain cells when I watch some of those videos. It's just insane, but I don't know what type of videos I'm talking about. These videos will probably lose you more brain cells as well if you are watching them, if you don't know what we're talking about. But if you do know what we're talking about, then congratulations. You have successfully broken away from society. So now you are free. Maybe now you are free from society, right? If you finally figured everything out, but maybe you didn't, right? Because you watched some videos and then you basically got trapped into your 9 to 5, and then you basically didn't think about anything during that 5 hours except for trying to enjoy yourself and get away from work, get away from your job, and get away from there, and get back home to safety, and then just sit there and then go back to work, and then you were not free anymore. So, now what happens in the video? Oh, okay. So then maybe next one we could worry about the divide, because I think this is the distracting, right? We know how everybody's just distracted by all the holidays coming on, and all the things and all the work that you have to do, and then all the bills that you have to pay. If you don't pay bills, then you don't have anything, and if you don't have any money, then you don't have anything, right? Because you have to have money. If you don't have any money, then you are basically nothing. Basically, that's what people say in society. So that's another way everybody's divided. So maybe next video will just be everybody's divided, because we did get distracted.